I grew up in the neighborhood. I was not a member of Trinity or involved in Trinity, but I had a friend that lived across the street from here, and as kids we used to, in junior high, we would ride our BMX bikes on the south side of the building over here. There's a good hill, and we used to jump our bicycles over there all the time. And for those that may not know or remember, the current house that's the parsonage was once the youth director's offices for junior high and high school. And at the time, the junior high youth director was Dan Olson. And he must have seen that we were outside jumping our bicycles, and he came out with a big, huge motorcycle and decided to join in. And he jumped his big Kawasaki all-steel motorcycle and crashed into the corner of the parsonage garage. You can see that whoever worked here at the time did kind of cobble it all back together, but the damage is still there. Eventually he talked us into going to summer camp, which I did not want to do, but eventually I was convinced to go, and I loved it, and met Kurt Dahlk. He was my first cabin counselor, and from there we did other camp weekends, picking up twigs. They weren't always just work weekends that everybody else was involved in. They were just different ones. Eventually, as I got older, I was not involved in Trinity anymore. I went to various churches, finished paramedic school, moved to Kansas City, Missouri, came back here and met my wife, Chris, and we were married at a church in White Bear Lake. We moved into this neighborhood. Chris met someone that lives in the neighborhood who introduced her to CCC, which is, I believe, Coffee, Chat, and Challenge, which is a bunch of ladies that meet on Tuesday mornings. Well, Chris just loved all those ladies and loved that time with them and said, you know, I think we should become members at Trinity. And I said, you know what, I love that idea. I said, if there's any church I feel like I'm at home at, it's Trinity Lutheran Church. And we started becoming regular attenders and eventually members. I would, I guess, recommend to people, if you're a new person here or an older person here, new to the church, that you get involved in some of the activities. There's lots of volunteer activities up at camp, around here at church. You really get to know a lot of people, and I think that's what really made me and helped me become, I think, part of the Trinity family. You know, think of people like Dennis McGuire. He started here way old. I mean, retired for many years and came here, and he's got himself pretty ingrained, you know, by volunteering and get involved. You get to know people better. I just love coming to Trinity Lutheran Church.